Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror miser Money G. It's time to review the latest horror movie from the writer-director of Longlegs. Yes, this is Osgood Perkins' latest film. This one is called The Monkey. Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the horror miser Money G. Now, The Monkey is a 2025 American horror comedy film that was written and directed by Charles Osgood, based upon the short story of the same name by Stephen King. Now, the film stars Theo James, Thalia Maslany, Colin O'Brien, Rohan Campbell, and Sarah Levy. Now, in this film, when twin brothers Bill and Hal find their father's old monkey toy in the attic, a series of gruesome deaths start. The siblings decide to throw the monkey away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. Now, we've seen our fair share of horror movie adaptations of the horror novels that written by the American author Stephen King. You know, we've had movie adoptions from Carrie, Christine, Cujo, Misery, and Pet Cemetery, both the '89 movie and the 2019 movie. Horror filmmakers love taking Stephen King's great horror novels and turning them into horror movies, and most of them have been pretty successful. Now, it also seems that horror filmmakers are now taking Stephen King's short stories and also turning them into full-fledged horror movies as well. You know, films such as The Night Flyer, The Boogeyman, and 1408 are some of the horror films that were based on short stories that were penned by Stephen King. Which brings us to the latest project coming from the writer-director of last year's hit horror film Longlegs. Osgood Perkins brings us his film based upon King's short story of the same name called The Monkey. Now, in this film, we're introduced to twin brothers Hal and Bill Shelbourne, who discover a wind-up monkey toy that their father left in the attic, I think after he left them. Now, it seems that when they wind up the monkey and it plays on its drums, someone will die in a very terrible accident in a very violent way. Now, when another accident death happens that leads to a big tragedy, the boys decide that how dangerous the monkey is, and they have to hide it, hoping to prevent more deaths. Now, this will lead the boys down a wild and dark path as the monkey will continue to haunt Bill and Hal into their adult lives. And that's kind of what the film is about. You know, when watching this film, I felt like I was watching a film that combined elements of Final Destination film series and Friday the 13th, the series. You know, that series that doesn't have Jason in it at all. I mean, first, we're dealing with a cursed object that causes someone to die, similar to the cursed object that appeared on the TV show, because that's what that show was about. Anytime that they find a cursed object, the cursed object had some type of human sacrifice and someone would die. So there's some those elements from that TV show are in this film with the cursed monkey. Now, in this film, the people who were killed died in very horrible and crazy weird ways, similar to the people who were killed in the Final Destination film series. So that's basically what I got watching this particular film. It's a combination of Final Destination and Friday the 13th, the series. Now, this film it's filmed pretty good. Although Osgood does make some changes from the source material, the monkey in the book and the small novel uses cymbals, not drums. But he does stick with the crazy accidents that happen when the monkey beats his drum. So that aspect from the short story is similar to here in the movie. Now, I like how Osgood films the monkey at times. There's some surreal stuff that happens during the second act of the film. It does make the monkey look creepy and menacing, like it knows it's causing death and mayhem, and it's also ruining Hal and Bill's lives in the process. I mean, when you look at some of the close-up shots that Osgood does with the monkey, when you after you wind it up and it has that nice grin first before it raises his hand and spins or what you call him, and you know there's a sense of dread in that particular film. Osgood does a good job because you know as soon as he finishes beating his drums, some weird shit's going to happen and somebody's going to die, and that plays it all throughout the film. So I think Osgood did a great job in that aspect of how he films the wind up toy monkey. Now, as we see when the boys become adults, they're still affected by the monkey, causing Hal to become estranged from his son, and he really has his broken the bill over several years. So even though they no longer have any direct connection to the monkey because of how bad the monkey's lives ruined their lives, they're still affected by it. And this is some of the aspect we see in this film. Now, we get some wild and crazy moments toward the second and third act from the film as we get to learn what's been happening to Bill and how the monkey is causing mayhem in another small town. There's a lot of weird shit that happens in the second and third act of the film. Now, British actor Theo James does a good job in playing both Hal and Bill Shelbourne, as each brother has their own personalities and motives when it comes to dealing with the monkey. Now, Hal is the more, I guess you say, good person. He tries to be a good parent to his son, Petey. He named him after his father, even if it means sacrificing having a relationship with him so he doesn't come into any contact with the monkey. Obviously, Hal doesn't want him to have any responsibility that he feels he has with the monkey. So that's the reason why he only sees them once throughout the year. Unfortunately, Bill, on the other hand, is still filled with grief over the events that took place early in the film. I won't say what happens, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Causing him to act irrationally, which leads to some of the wild moments that take place in the film. He sees obsessed with the monkey. Now we get some nice moments with Tantia Mussolini as the boy's mother Lois, as we also get some nice bonding moments with Colin O'Brien, who plays Hal's son Peter. You know, I think all the actors do a fine job in their roles in this particular film. Now we do get some creative depth scenes in the film. Some of them are very bloody, some great practical effects, especially a scene that takes place in the third act of the film, which I won't reveal. I'm pretty sure people who see that movie know what I'm talking about. Again, bringing vibes of the Final Destination films because there's that one scene that happens in the third act. We've never seen it in a Final Destination film. And I thought, wow, this is a good one right there. And I think it's one of the best death scenes I've seen so far in a while. Now, here's the problem I have with this film. It's a very good film. It's very well made, very well directed. I love what Osgood Perkins has done in this particular film, but I can't say if this film is a bad. But then again, I can't say it's good because I feel Osgood is missing something here. I mean, this is supposed to be known as a horror comedy, but at not one point I didn't find anything real funny in this particular. There's no real attempts at humor in this particular film. So to me, it's not a horror comedy. I can't say what this film is. I know some other people thought, based upon what they saw in the trailers, they thought there might be some supernatural aspect when it comes to Monkey, but there's nothing supernatural at all in this particular film at all. I mean, just like in Longlegs, we get a very weird ending in this film, and I can't shake this nagging feeling that there's something more than what we got. And I'm not really talking about the monkey. If you're thinking about some uh, explanation, or there's going to be some exposition about the monkey, you're going to be disappointed with that particular fact. Again, it's not bad, but it's not good. But it's like I'm waiting. You keep waiting for something, and you keep waiting for something, but then you just don't get it. And especially again at the final scene of this particular film, you're waiting for something to happen, and when you see that scene take place, okay, all right, that's okay, but again, that's not what I expected. So again, overall, it's not a good film. It's not a bad film. It's not even a mad film. It's just simply an okay film that's wild and crazy with some nice acting and some decent and creative kills, and obviously some good practical effects. We do get some practical effects. There's some CGI thrown in the mix right there, but like I said, it's not good. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not even meth film. It's just like in the middle. So it's kind of hard to feel how many of my five bloody gold coins I'm going to give the monkey. To me, it's kind of like it's like because we had a nice string of good horror films, although a lot of people were very disappointed in the Wolfman. So I kind of compare this film to the Wolfman. It's like you were expecting something really good, but you really don't have anything really good. As much as I'm one of the few people that actually did enjoy the Wolfman, what Lee Manel did with that particular film, it's the same thing with this film here too. But this one for me is a little bit more disappointing than the Wolfman was. So I can only give the Monkey only 2 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Again, it's not bad, but then it's not really good, but it's not meh. It's just okay. And that's the best way I can explain it. So it only gets 2 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. So there you have it, horror fans. That is my review and video for The Monkey. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Have you seen The Monkey? What you thought about it? Please leave your comments in the comment section below to tell you what you thought about the film. Also, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. And I see you in my next video. That guys stay safe out there.